Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I just want to say thank you for tuning in, watching, and definitely subscribing. So as you see by the title, we are doing the first impressions video on the new Fenty beauty product. Yes, finally Fenty is on my channel. And personally, I didn't jump on the Fenty wave in the summertime because I wasn't too sure if I was buying the brand or if I was actually buying the product, you know. So sometimes you actually buy products and sometimes the products are not that good, and that's only because people put their name on it and everyone's buying it and it's this big thing. So I didn't want to jump on the bandwagon then, only because one, they didn't really have concealers. Two, some people were complaining about the colors of the foundation. So even though it ranged to at least 50 shades, I felt as though some foundations didn't have in-between colors, so you may have looked too orange in some, you know, foundations, or you might, you know, just look too yellow with some foundations. But my biggest thing for, you know, me was to make sure that I'm buying products that I like and products that I actually would use. So like I said before, I don't have any, well, I didn't have any Fenty products at all. So I just want to show you some of the products that I actually did go purchase this past, let's say 2 weeks ago. And I'm just really excited for this video because everybody loves Rihanna. You know, that's my girl. So we're just gonna get right into this, okay? Alright. So for my first product, which came out in the summertime, is the Fenty Beauty. This is their Pro Filt'r Soft Matte Foundation. So my next product that I bought was the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Concealer, and this is their Instant Retouch Concealer. And with the concealers, they are supposed to correspond with the foundations, but I didn't get 445 only because I like to highlight. And if you like to highlight, I would definitely suggest going maybe 2 or 3 shades lighter than the actual corresponding concealer that they actually have. So I actually got 430. I lost my voice, okay? I don't know how I lost my voice. It's really cold out here, so we're just gonna keep going. So the next product that I bought was the Pro Filt'r Instant Retouch Setting Powder, and this is in the color Banana. So when I originally went into the first store for this product, they told me this was not a product to bake with, and I actually went and got, I think it was either a hazelnut or cashew, because I'm like, well, I guess I need an all over the face powder because this isn't a setting powder. But when I went into another Sephora, there was actually a Fenty Beauty rep in there, and she said that I could use these powders to set with. So I went and got Banana, so I changed them and got Banana because I don't really set my face because I have dry skin, so I might do a quick sweep. But other than that, that's it. And the last and final but not least product is the Fenty Beauty. This is their concealer brush, and I only got this brush because one, I don't really have that many brushes. I try to minimize my brushes, and you know, it's Fenty, it's Rihanna. I needed it, especially because I went and bought all these products in one day. I was like, I gotta get the brush. So, and the brush is actually new as well. To start this video, I am going to start with my Brow Wiz by Anastasia, so my little pencil, and then I'm gonna go in with my Dip Brow by Anastasia as well, and then I'm going with my NARS concealer. So I'm just gonna have this video going. Again, if you want more on my eyebrow routine, there is an eyebrow video on my page. I just feel like when I do my eyebrows, it takes up so much time. So let's get started. Okay, time out. So I definitely am about to go in with my Hourglass. This is the number 48 primer. It's a little bit more hydrating than their other primer. I forget what it's called, but their other primer. And because this is a soft matte foundation, I just want to make sure that my skin is hydrated. I do have on, you know, moisturizer, serum, all that, but this definitely will keep me hydrated. So I'm gonna put that on first before I even start my eyebrows. So my eyebrows are on. I am going to go in with my DiorShow Brow Stylizer Gel. And this is in the color Burn Brown. I just need to lay, it kind of comes out like a gel on the sides. I just kind of lay. So as you all know, I normally kind of go in with my eyes first, but because this is a first impressions video, I just want to get right to the product. So I am going to start with my foundation this time. And this foundation, again, is the Soft Matte Pro Filter Foundation. And this is in the color 445. I'm just going to go in like any other foundation with my Sephora number 41 brush and kind of just get this going. So I am going to use a little, pull my sleeve up. I'm gonna shake it first, definitely shake it, and then I'm gonna put a few drops on the back of my hand. Oh my gosh, this is my first time. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Okay, so let's see how this go. So let's get it. Now, this wasn't the first time I actually used this product. Like, I've used it on the people, but this is my first time. And the number 445, right? Yes, 445, so 445. So this number is actually one of their new numbers that they came out with. So how I said earlier, there wasn't really no in-between color for me. And my skin can change from really dark to really light. I kind of just wanted to make sure that, you know, I had the right foundation. Coverage, definitely medium. I can still see some of my scarring underneath. I don't feel like I look too dry, so that's good. The foundation dries up really quickly. So now I'm gonna go in with my Pro Filter Concealer in the number 430. And this is the stick. I like the stick. This actually reminds me of the Colourpop stick. The whole bottle actually reminds me of the Colourpop. Let me show y'all. So this is my Colourpop concealer. And this is the stick. See that? And this is the Fenty, but this stick is a little bit longer. So. Alright, underneath my eye. Already looking, it looks a little orange, but we're gonna keep going. Okay, so I'm gonna let this kind of dry up a little bit. So I'm gonna wet my beauty blender as this dries and I'll be right back. So I'm actually going to start blending out with my brush, my Fenty brush. And it comes in this cute little, let's say, cover. Alright, so I'm gonna start blending. And when I blend with a brush, I like to tap, not like streak, because then you'll get streaks. So tap. So as I blend with my concealer brush, I actually like how narrow it is because it gets right in the corner of my nose. So it's nice and like even. But I'm gonna keep going. So because this dries up pretty quick, I am going to go with my beauty blender, more like sponge. I think I got this from like Walgreens or something. And I'm just going to start blending my foundation. My blender isn't soaking wet, so it's kind of just really damp. So this is just gonna help move the product so that, again, I'm not too dry. But overall, the concealer is amazing. It's a little orange for me, which is why I'm gonna go in with like my powders and stuff like that, but I'm not complaining. I've had worse concealers, so not bad. So now I'm gonna go in with my Fenty powder. This is the setting powder, and I'm not too sure if I used this already because I did open it. I did because I took some out for a client. But this is my beauty blender. Okay, so now I'm just going to dip my sponge in and dust off any excess and kind of just go underneath my eyes. Let that sit, and then I'm just going with my powders and kind of warm my face back up. Okay, so now I'm going in with my Micro Smooth powder by Sephora, and I'm going to kind of just sweep off the excess powder. So I'm loving this look. Now, again, this is all about Fenty. I'm not doing anything crazy, but I do want to add a pop of gold on my eyes, so I'm going to use my Perception palette by Shayla and Colourpop. Again, nothing crazy, but I'm going to throw on some lashes right now, and then we'll keep going with this look. So my eyelashes are on. I am going to go in and actually set my face first before I start underneath and adding my highlight. Okay. So I'm going to go in with my Bobbi Brown bronzer, Deep 4. I'm just going to warm up my cheeks. And now I'm going to go in with my iridescent powder. This is by MAC. This is called Golden Bronze. I'm going to take the same brush and I'm just going to use this to kind of highlight my cheeks. But at the same time, this is a really natural highlighter. I use this highlighter. I never expect it to pop. I just feel like it gives me a nice little, okay, I see what you got going on. Also with this look, I wanted to keep it natural because I feel like when I was trying to imitate a Rihanna look, all her looks were really natural. So I was like, hey, we're going to keep it cute and natural for Riri, okay? Cute and natural for her. So now I'm going in with my Graphite Black eyeliner by MAC. I'm just going to line my waterline. So next I'm going to put on my Grandiose Mascara by Lancome. Alright, so I have my lip on. As y'all know, this is the Chestnut lip liner by MAC. I have on the Aaliyah Collection Try Again lipstick, and then just to top it off, I put on the Colourpop by Makeup by Shayla Neat Freak lip gloss. So first impressions, already, I like this foundation. I was really nervous applying this foundation, one, because I started seeing it was drying pretty quick, and again, I have normal to dry skin, so I wasn't too sure how this would actually look on my skin. So I'm just saying, thumbs up. I like it. Second, I do really like the concealer as well. Normally, I always crease by my mouth sometimes, but I felt like this concealer actually sucked all that up, so I'm not really creasing as often as I normally would crease. I didn't really like the color of the concealer at first because I felt that it was way too orange, and that could have just been first application, it looked orange, and then once it oxidized, it got darker. The powder, I really liked the powder as well. It looked really light on paper at first, but when I actually did put it on underneath my eyes, and like the rep did say, it does get darker when it's wet. I will agree with that because I don't feel like I have any residue right now. I feel like my skin looks really flawless. What else can I say? The brush was really nice to use because oftentimes I just use my beauty blender and call it a day, but I feel like the brush really kind of packed in the concealer at first, and then going in with my beauty blender kind of spread the product because the product dries quick. So if you're not quick with blending, I definitely suggest you're gonna have to go in with something wet after to just make sure that everything looks even. Overall, I kind of just threw on the Perception palette on my eyes so I can kind of keep this natural look going. Again, like I always feel like Rihanna has a natural look in all her videos. Like I watched probably 3 videos before I actually started this look, and I was like, okay, well, she's natural in this video, she's natural in this video. Even when I went down to the old videos, she's natural in all of them. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just keep this really, not basic, but this is very like, okay, I'm stepping out for something cute but simple, okay? But I just want to say thank you all for watching this video and tuning in. If you have any questions about the colors that I use or why, I would say watch the video, but you can comment below. Again, I want to say thank you. Don't forget to like, comment, and definitely subscribe.